Well, I'm the head of the whole department, which is really a lot of fun right now. I have 2 guys working for me. We're going to add a full-time. So I oversee all the sports here. My main team coaching responsibilities are men and women's basketball and volleyball, the teams that work out here. Right now, we're in season. It's late in the season, so we're going 2 days a week. We might go 40 on Mondays and 30 on, like today. We went today. We're not saying maintenance. I hate that word because you always want to try to get better. The volume is very low. The intensity is medium to medium high. It's 2 parts to what I do. The first thing I do is I do the NBA Combine. I compare them by position to the best. And that's where they want to be. So I can tell them kind of where they are athletically compared to the point guard or the 2 or body composition. I just like the combine, wingspan, reach, all that. And then once I know that part, you can see also what the average weight is versus what they weigh. Usually it's considerably less. So then we start, well, how can this help you? And so the strength part is the hardest part to sell, but that's really what they need the most of, because if jumping was the answer, they'd already be great, because they do that every day. So you need a little bit of this too to help you jump better, run faster. And then the way I sell it is when we start doing those things and this gets better, and then that gets better because I time it. I do electronic timing, so we're not guessing. I'm not doing a watch. I can't give you anything. Dre Barron's not only improved athletically, I mean, strength-wise. I mean, he's one of our stronger pound-for-pound guys we got in the school probably. But his max vert's gone from a 31 to a 40. Now, he doesn't use that in his play. You don't really see what he can do. But no, Dre Barron's the fastest guy on our team electronically. I mean, you can measure almost anything now, but I've kind of, I kind of look what the NBA does. I know they look on shots, but for athleticism, I try to just stick with what's proven. And they do the combine for a reason, so why wouldn't I just use what they do? But there's other things like heart rate monitors. We've used those in the past. And yeah, there's a lot of information out there. And of course, you get to see results on the floor. That's what really matters. But what I get to do is a lot of fun because it's a lot of fun getting people better. But you kind of framed it correctly. How do you get them to buy in? Because they're here for a reason. They're good. So how can I get them to buy in? How we can make them better? That's the trick. So if somebody needs development, I have to make a case. I'd like to have more, and here's why. Short term they might miss a little bit of skills. Long term, you're going to have a better player. And people who need to gain 30, 40 pounds, that's what that's a decision a coach will ultimately make. But I have to make the case to see if that's something, and you have to focus on it. But here's the great news about what I do. Unlike skill, once we get there, you don't usually lose it. I can name 20, 30 guys that did it in 1 year. You have to invest. You want to invest in somebody. Shane Edwards was going to be a good player regardless. He's a way better player at 220 than he would have been at 175. I can tell you that. Chris Bankston came in there below 190 and he couldn't bench 135. And he was athletic. He touched a little square on the goal. He could touch over that, flat-footed. That's crazy.
Touch top of the square?
Over it. 11.7, 11.6 is the square. He can touch over it. He's the 3rd fastest guy on our team. And our freshmen are above average athletes. I tested every one of them. Do they need some things strength-wise? Do they need some things, just to mature as a young man? Yes. But athletically, that's a good group. They're not, now I didn't get to test Nicola because he came in so late, then he sprained his ankle. So I didn't get to really see what he has. And I haven't yet. But there are others I did, and they're where you want them. I mean, they're above what I usually see as freshmen. Now, Horse, got to put some weight on, no question, right? I think Monty's got a nice frame. We see if we can do something with that now. And Nicola, too. I mean, I like his frame. We don't get a lot of 6'10", 240 guys. So, I mean, I see a lot of potential. And that's what's fun about this business. It's a challenge to get somebody better. And then, the numbers are real. They're not fake. You can see it. You can just see how they change. And that's a lot of fun.